First off, who thinking YNW Melly getting off? Like, because so far these 2 days, I say is 1-1. Like he won. I'm gonna say today he won the situation today. Yesterday it was a tie because yesterday the prosecutor said that they got proof that after the shooting happened, that a fan asked YNW Melly in the comment section of one of his posts, was he good? YNW Melly say, I did that. Shh. So they trying to say that comment that YNW made to the fan after the shooting, well, he say, I did that, he was talking about the murder of his 2 friends. So that was a big deal breaker. Y'all hit that like button. That was a big deal breaker for YNW Melly to go in his comment section, right? And the fan to ask him, is you okay? Like, we heard what happened with the shooting. Is you okay? And he say, I did that. Shh. That's a big deal breaker. But at the same time, they have to prove that that response was towards the shooting. They have to prove that. So, mind you, like I said in my video, that's dumb for him to even come out and say something like that. That's dumb for him to even to respond to a fan. And the fan didn't ask him, did he do it? The fan asked, was he okay? He said, shh, I did that. But like I said, they have to prove. Now, another thing that happened yesterday was his lawyer pointed the finger at YNW Portland. His lawyer is saying, how can y'all say Melly did this when the driver, Portland, had gunpowder on his hand? He changed his clothes. He rode around with the body after they was dead. And he lied to the police. This is what YNW Melly lawyer is telling the court. But y'all want to say, my client did this. Y'all want to say, my client did this. But we have another suspect, Portland, who was the driver, who got gunpowder, changed his clothes, lied to the police, and drove around with the dead bodies. But Melly did it. Now, when that happened, everybody was like, damn, Melly attorney is pointing the finger at Portland. They snitching on Portland. But let me tell y'all why he did it. Because the charge that they have, first-degree murder, right? He's going to trial. They have to prove that Melly is guilty without a doubt. Without reasonable doubt, they got to prove that Melly is guilty. That means all the evidence that they give us in every testimony and everything that has been said in court, it have to leave the impression on the jury that without a doubt, Melly is guilty. But by the lawyer saying, well, Portland had gunpowder, Portland changed his clothes, Portland rode around with the dead body, Portland lied to the police. By him doing that, he's saying, shit, it could have been Portland. So just off that statement alone, that proves Portland could have been the shooter too. So Melly can get off by reasonable doubt. So that's why I say the first day it was a tie, because they hit him hard with saying he admitted it, but then his lawyer came back and hit him hard with reasonable doubt by pointing the finger at Portland. Now today, I'm going to say that they won this one today because they could have took a L. And they won it by not allowing Juvie mom to speak and give her testimony. Juvie mom's supposed to went up there and gave her testimony. And YNW Melly, his lawyer say, nah, we can't have that. First off, if she go and take the stand right now, the jury is going to create sympathy for her as a parent. And right now into the case, we is not going and trying to hear from relatives and the mother and all that. This here is about facts and evidence right now, this part of the case. So his mama don't know nothing. She wasn't there. She ain't got no proof. Salute, salute. Speak with your girl Marcella. Make sure y'all go subscribe, man. Go subscribe to Speak with your girl Marcella. Appreciate you supporting. What that's gonna do for Burton. So they say, nah, we don't need her up there to speak. She don't know about the case. She don't have no actual facts and proof. And it's going to cause an effect on the jury just having sympathy for her as a mother. So we don't need her to speak. So they will have sympathy for her facts. Because she get up there crying and all that. Now, trust me, it's going to be a time in trial where she get up there and take the stand. But as of right now, they just presenting, evidence. You know what I'm saying? So that was a W for YNW Melly lawyer today. Like, nah. Now, let's speak on this situation with the Fredo Bang situation. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Now, this came out that Fredo Bang allegedly, now, picked up YNW Melly. Okay, now, at first, we had a YouTuber that broke this and was like, Fredo Bang picked up YNW Melly. Why? Because contact clues in the statement. Salute, salute, Big Trap. Salute, salute. So the YouTuber came out and was like, look, it's contact clues. If you read between the lines, you can tell that that Fredo Bang picked up YNW Melly, right? Okay. So they asked Fredo Bang, did he pick up YNW Melly? Fredo Bang did not answer the question. He pled the fifth. So this YouTuber had a great point. And when he first dropped it to me, I understood where he was coming from. And he was like, if I ask you a question and you didn't do it, you're going to say no. But if I ask you a question and you did it, you're going to plead the fifth or you're not going to answer it. But if you didn't do it, you just going to come out and say no, right? And I'm like, that's correct. Like, if I ain't do it, I'm going to say, nah, I ain't do it. So if they ask me that, I'm going to say no. But then as me being a street nigga also, because this YouTuber, he laid on the fact that he a street nigga and he just thinking streetwise and reading between the lines and context clues. I'm a street nigga also. And it took me a while to sit on this and think about it. Actually, I just thought about it. It just hit me today because I didn't put myself in Fredo Bang's shoes. And I asked myself, if they asked me, did you go pick up YNW Melly? Right? Mind you, picking up YNW Melly is not a crime. He didn't have no knowledge of the murder. So picking up YNW Melly is not a crime. Let's remember that. It's not a crime. If Melly called me and say pick me up, I picked him up after he committed a murder. That's not a crime. I didn't have no knowledge of this murder. All I gotta say, even if he told me, all I gotta say is, man, I didn't even know he did it. I picked him up. He told me to pick him up. So it's not a crime for Fredo Bang to pick him up. Let's remember that. Now, I thought about it. If they ask me today, did I pick up YNW Melly, right? And I know if I say yeah, I can't, nothing can happen to me because it's not a crime for picking them up. I'm gonna say no. Or I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna plead the fifth, like Fredo Bang did. You know why? Because if I say no, I didn't pick up YNW Melly, right? What if Melly told them I did? Even if I did, what if Melly told them I did? And I say, nah, I ain't pick them up. So then now I'm contradicting Melly's story. See, I don't know what Melly said. Because mind you, they didn't talk about, oh, if they asked you, did you pick me up, say this and say that? No, because Melly didn't even know that they will find out. Whole thing in Melly mind was Bortland take him to the hospital. Bortland gonna pretend like he was just him in the shootout with them. That it was just them three in the car. So Melly never thought it out this far that they would know that he hit up Fredo Bang or that they would know he was in the car. So him and Fredo Bang never talked about, oh, if they ask you, say this and say that. Because he never thought it'd get that far. So pleading the fifth mean he doesn't want to incriminate himself. Facts. Say pleading the fifth mean he don't want to incriminate himself. Facts. So by Fredo Bang not knowing what Melly said, he pled the fifth. Because if I say yes, I picked up Melly, and Melly said no, then I'm contradicting what Melly said. If I said no and Melly said yeah, I'm contradicting what Melly said. So I don't throw my nigga up under the bus in the sake of me too also, because if I lie, it gonna look like I had something to do with it. Oh, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth. I don't want to answer that. And then another thing. He was on parole. I don't even know if he's supposed to even be around Melly. So the fact of him just acknowledging that he even communicated and was hanging with Melly, he could get in trouble. So just to kill all of it, I plead the fifth when it comes to, did I go get Melly? So when they brought this up in court, right, she said Melly contacted Fredo Bang. Melly sent Fredo Bang his location. 11 minutes later, Melly left where he was first and went somewhere else, and then sent Fredo Bang another location. Right? She never said Fredo Bang picked Melly up because they don't know. They don't know. And see, that's why Melly lawyer is on their ass, because he's saying y'all didn't even really do real investigation. See, just by them picking up the fact that they knew that Melly got in contact with Fredo Bang and Melly gave Fredo Bang his location, you know what the next step's supposed to be? They supposed to put out a warrant issue on Fredo Bang phone. They didn't do that. Because if they would have put that warrant out on Fredo Bang phone, and he had to turn that phone in, they could prove then by cell towers and stuff that Fredo Bang phone was in the same location as Melly. But they didn't do that. They just seen where he dropped Fredo Bang his location and got happy and didn't even follow through. So technically, they don't have proof that Fredo Bang picked up Melly. You can call me all day and all night, drop your location and say, pick me up. That don't mean I picked you up. Only thing that mean is, goddamn it, you wanted me to pick you up. Now, another scenario. Fredo Bang knowing he's on parole. And another thing I said, if I'm in trouble or my homie in trouble and they call me and say, pick me up, or I call my homie and say, pick me up, I'm going to let them know, look, I just got in some bullshit, come pick me up. Because Gotta tell them that. You know why? Because I gotta let them know how to move. They already, when they pick me up mentally, we gotta be ready to be driving straight. Don't have no bullshit in the car where we get pulled over all off the rip. I ain't gonna tell you what happened, but hey, look, I just got in some bullshit. I need you to pick me up. So they already on their P's and Q's how we need to move. Right? Make sure you come pick me up in some legit and all. Now, by him dropping his location and telling Fredo Bang to pick him up, that don't mean Fredo Bang picked him up. Fredo Bang could have sent the female to go get him. If I'm on parole and my homie just got into some shit and tell me to come pick him up, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to send one of my other homies or I'm going to send a female to go pick him up. Because I'm on parole. I can't jeopardize my freedom with whatever he did. So we don't even know if Fredo Bang really picked him up. And it's no shot to the other YouTuber. I salute him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say his name because I don't want to make it seem like I'm taking shots at him. But he did break this story earlier or whatever. But it's no proof. It's no proof. Like I said, man, how I rock over here, bro, I'm not putting no kind of jacket on nobody unless I have actual proof. Is it proof that Melly gave him his location and told him to pick him up? Yes, it's proof of that. But is it proof that Melly picked him up? No. Say the second investigation made this whole case look sloppy. This case has a very good chance of being dismissed by focusing only on Melly, and they lost good evidence, facts. And that's what his lawyer discussion was yesterday. Y'all got Melly and was only focusing on Melly, and the killer could have been Bortland. It could have been Bortland. It was also somebody in jail was recorded on a cell phone, not a cell phone, but the phone, that they had something to do with the murder. So why y'all ain't bring these guys in that was caught on the phone talking about the case? Their only focus was on Melly. Like I said, with what they charged him with, and when you go into trial, only way he can be found guilty by law if they could prove it without a reasonable doubt. If I'm a jury, it's no way that I'm going to say only Melly did this. No, because just off the information alone, that Bortland had gunpowder on his hands, that Bortland lied to the police, that Bortland drove around with them in the car dead, that Bortland changed his clothes, that right there could say that maybe he could have did it too. Now, let's go to the evidence though. And this what make it a hard situation. Like, I'm keeping track of who win daily. Just like boxing. You win one round, the other person win. I'm keeping track by rounds, by daily who win. Like I said, the first day was a tie. Facts. Facts. Like I said, the first day was a tie. Miss Marcella said, reasonable doubt, they must throw the case out. And the lawyer proved that on the first day that Bortland could have been the killer. So 9 times out of 10, y'all just putting it all on Melly. Man, this shit may get dismissed. That's why they had to throw Bortland under the bus. Just to prove reasonable doubt. And this case may be dismissed. Now, let me tell you this, though. When Bortland go to trial, anything that's said about him in Melly trial can't be used against him in his trial. So by Melly lawyer throwing him under the bus, that ain't going to affect him in his trial. Now, I may be fair. A jury might be watching Melly case. One of the juries for Bortland, they might be watching Melly case, and they might see where Melly lawyer said that. That's true. Right? But if we go by law, They don't supposed to even hold that against him, because at the same time, that's he say, she say when it comes to his case. But that's also facts when it comes to the details. Yes, Bortland did have gunpowder. Yes, they can prove that Bortland did lie to the police. All this is already on paperwork. See, the people just didn't know. But all this is already on paperwork. Police, if y'all hear the interrogation with Bortland at the hospital, you clearly, the police telling them you lying. So this evidence is going to be talked about in Bortland case. But guess what Bortland lawyer going to do? The same thing Melly lawyer did. Well, look, y'all trying to say my client is guilty, but Melly was the main suspect. The police felt like Melly was the one that did it. So why y'all trying to try my client? They say, what you mean by switching cars? When he says, did he switch cars? What you mean? So a lot of people felt like that was messed up of Melly lawyer. Nah, that was a good move. And actually, if Bortland lawyer wasn't on the same page, he is now. Because if I understood it, I'm pretty sure Bortland lawyer, when they go to trial, they're going to do the same thing. They just going to put it on Melly. All you got to do is create reasonable doubt. They're putting the whole case on Bortland. You must have just came in, bro. I'm talking about that now. They not putting the case on Bortland. They not literally saying Bortland did it. What they trying to do is create reasonable doubt. If they can create reasonable doubt, then this case have to be thrown out. If they can prove, okay, or even make the jury think, okay, Bortland probably did it, then they have to throw it out. See, they should have went with a lesser charge. If they would have went with a lesser charge, it would have been totally different. But now they have to prove that he's guilty without a doubt. It's no way they can prove that. I didn't see that, and there's no way. It's nowhere in the evidence that proved that he got out of Jeep and got into another car. You know what I'm saying? People could say anything. Mind you, we're going out the facts over here. So I'm gonna say it again. They not putting the case on Bortland. I feel what YNW Melly did, his lawyer did, was smart. He only stated facts. The police already have this information. That's how the lawyer know. That's how Melly lawyer know they found gunpowder on Bortland. That's how Melly lawyer know that Bortland changed his clothes. That's how Melly lawyer know that Bortland rode around with the body. That's how Melly lawyer know that Bortland lied to the police, because it's already in the paperwork. We just don't know it as the people. So it's fair game with that. Yes. Yes. Hey, man, goddamn, Bortland, he got gunpowder on his hand. Bortland must have had blood on his clothes. The nigga changed his clothes. Bortland rode around with the body all motherfucking day. Bortland even lied to y'all. So how y'all gonna say my client did it? Oh, yeah, that was a good job. Because now guess what the jury's saying? Oh, shit. It probably was Bortland. It probably was him. But Bortland can't be locked up, or this what Melly lawyer saying can go against Bortland in his trial. No. Whatever is said in Melly case, that's what's said in Melly case. And gunpowder can be from any gun. Now, let me speak on that. I'm glad you said that, Miss Marcella. Let me tell y'all this. And this is going to help Bortland. the evidence proved that at least a few shots, or one shot to be exact, was fired from the inside of the car. I forgot which one it was, but one of them, I think it was Sack Chaser, if I'm not mistaken. Sack Chaser had a burn mark on his face from the barrel of the gun where the bullet hole at. So that means Sack Chaser was shot close range and from whoever was sitting in the back seat. Right? They already proved that Melly was sitting in the back seat. This is why they only going at Melly, because of the ballistics and the information that they found inside the car. They found one of the bullets in the car. So if the shots was fired in the car, and by us being so close in, then all of them will have gunpowder residue on a person. Why? Because they closed in inside of a car. If I shoot a gun in the car, everybody in that car will have gunpowder on them. So that's going to be Bortland's defense on why he had gunpowder residue. Just like the Tory Lanez situation, right? Tory Lanez had gunpowder on him, but the other chick, she had gunpowder on her, and they was trying to say, well, she was next to Megan and Tory Lanez when the gun went off, so that's why she had gunpowder on her. They're going to use the same thing for Bortland. So for the detective saying that YNW Melly was the shooter and he shot from inside the car, that's going to help Bortland case of having gunpowder. I was saying it was a drug deal gone bad or something. Say they would have been better off saying it was a drug dealer gone bad or something. But mind you, if it was a drug deal gone bad, then they were still going to be charged for the murder because they committed the crime. I don't know anywhere else, but in Florida, anytime you committing a crime, it's a felony, and somebody die, you get charged for that murder. So if I'm making a drug deal and one of the dudes that I'm serving to try to rob me and shoot my homie and he died, they're going to charge me because I was making a drug deal.